everybody, good afternoon. I hope we're having a good weekend so far. So today is Saturday the 14th of December 2013. Just 11 days till Christmas, never mind. So we're back after a week's hiatus for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is episode 10 titled The Bridge, and this is where we see the character from the first episode, the pilot, aka Michael Peterson, has come back into... has been recalled into action as such, because the team have been made aware of a breakout of prison. Three heavily powered soldiers released a fellow who's rather instrumental in the within the Centipede sort of program that they've been doing. And this episode also sees the return of the lady, or the girl in the flower dress. If you remember her, Raina was her name, I believe. So she's back in there as well, and it seems that she knows about Michael Peterson. And when the gang decide to bring Michael into the team, May herself is against it. You know, given what happened at the train station. In the pilot, so May's against it, but at the same time the rest of the team are thinking, well, you know what, we could use someone like him. You know, we've got to have someone who knows about Centipede, who knows the power, and apparently he doesn't have the effect of where he spontaneously combusts. Even Fitzsimmons are asking him, you know, how is it you were, how did they stabilize your you know, the extremist problem? And he said, well, they didn't. It was you guys. He congratulated both Fitz and Simmons for them, because he said that if they had not developed that weapon that was used on him, then it would never have you know, stabilized his DNA as such. So he was thanking them too, and you see the pair of them, bless them, they're like, oh, right, yeah, whatever, don't mention it, kind of, you know, they're being all coy and shy about the whole thing. It's like, okay, guys, just bask in the glory here, okay, the guy is thanking you for saving his life. And we also remember, obviously, that in the episode of The Girl with the Flower Dress, the guy by the name of Scorch, it was because of his DNA that they were able to keep anyone who was using Centipede, keep the extremists under control and stabilize it. So they've got these soldiers who, you know, decide to join up for the program, and they're actually, they're having side effects themselves. You know, they're constantly being drained, they're constantly tired. It's really taking a toll on their strength and their whole body. You know, it's just, they can't really cope with it. So there was this one particular guy who actually had a whole, you know, upper body, all his entire upper body was pretty much covered in a lot of centipede, you know, where they inject the centipede into them. He's got a whole sort of like body, almost a body armor as such. So then when Michael's got to go up against these three guys, it's almost a mismatch. There was a bit of a confrontation between Ward and May, because Ward came to the aid of May's help, not realising that where May thought, you know, she didn't need assistance or anything like that, Ward was actually saying, well, no, it's nothing. It was nothing personal. It was more tactical, in that you're quicker on your feet than I am, so that's why I made sure you didn't get hit. You get hit, you're on the floor, you can't do much. So, but I still think that there was a bit of a hidden agenda there from Ward for May, because you remember the last episode where they both got it on. Yeah, that was interesting. So what else happened? But I think the real shocker was actually towards the end of the episode, when we found out that the girl in the flower dress had taken and kidnapped Michael's son. Okay, because Michael misses his son a lot. He's not seen his son since what happened in you know, in the pilot. So he does miss his son a lot. And when he finds out that his son has been kidnapped, well, a deal is made, in that they'll take Michael as long as they give S.H.I.E.L.D back Michael's son. But that's not what happened. What happened is, well, in a way, Michael sort of betrayed the team. And he betrayed the team in that they were after Coulson. They wanted Coulson. The deal was, you give us Coulson, we'll give you back your son. So that was a real shocker for me, to be honest. But then the bigger shock, the other shocker that happened shortly after that was is something that's gonna somehow, I don't know how else to put it, but maybe the team are actually now gonna try and realise just how much of an impact this is going to make on them, as such. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Anyway, so the show will return in January, 7th of January to be exact. And I have to be honest, okay, I am actually starting to get to the point of where I'm not sure if I can review this show anymore. I'm not saying I've lost interest in the show. I haven't lost interest in the show. It's just the reviews themselves. I mean, I just feel, while I've enjoyed it quite a lot, I just feel that no longer can I actually review them anymore. There's just something about them that doesn't make me want to review them anymore. So I will have a think about it over the next month until January, but I do believe that there's a possibility that I probably won't be reviewing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Next year and onwards. So I do apologise, guys, but I think most of you understand anyway, because I know most of you have said how unhappy you've been about the show itself. It doesn't seem to live up to the expectations that a lot of people were expecting. It's nothing like Arrow. And even everybody will tell you that Arrow right now is the best comic book TV show on the planet. You know, they've really got the formula right on that one. So yeah, it's going to be one of those things where I'll have a think, but there's a high possibility that I won't be reviewing the show anymore. I will still continue to watch it until the end of the season. Whether or not it gets a second season, that's another matter. I know that ratings are starting to dwindle badly for it. So, but there is a Captain America crossover for when that movie comes out next year in April. So we'll see if that gives it the lift that it needs, and that's, you know, if you think about it, that's like towards the end of the season itself. So who knows? I think if Marvel were going to do this, if they do get a second season, they really need to up the ante. They really need to look at what's been done for Arrow. Look at how they've managed to create this universe in Arrow. You've got the movie universe for Marvel sorted. It is perfect. But the TV side is definitely, you know, this big universe is out there, and you're looking at what they've got on the TV screen. It's like, you're not really using much from what the movies are doing. Yes, they you know, did a couple of episodes based on Thor: The Dark World as well, but at the same time, you know, you really need a bit more oomph as such. If you look at what Arrow's doing, and as I said at the end of my review for this week's Arrow, there's no reason why Warner's and the CW cannot merge the TV universe of Arrow with the Man of Steel universe for DC. That's the DC cinematic universe, because they fit. They really do fit. Whereas S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Marvel movies, you can't see that they fit together. So who knows? We'll see. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.